Okay, so we've got our rocks out of stage 3 at this point. What you see in the blue bowl is what's going to be going into stage 4. And what you see in the green bowl is what is not going into stage 4. So let's go ahead and start with the ones that are going in there. This is what they look like now. Really, really like that one. I've been eyeing that one since stage 1. It's looking cooler and cooler all the time.
I like that one. It's got some great coloration in it. That one's also really pretty. Some adventuring, I believe. I believe this also might be a lighter adventuring, or even almost looks like jade. Some rose quartz pieces, very pretty. Get that in there. I think that one's too rough. I put that one in the wrong one.
Okay.
Yep. Feel with your other hand.
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it.
Yeah, I meant to put that one in there. Sorry. Put it in the wrong bowl. Some agates. Very nice agate pieces. This one's really pretty too. It's got some great color in it. Really nice. I like the black that's coming through this one. It's really gorgeous. And this one, even though it looks jagged, it doesn't feel jagged. But, I don't know. You want to check that one real quick?
Yeah, it does look a lot worse than it feels.
I don't feel any actual rough spots.
Yeah, I think that one will make it.
Yeah. That one's really cool looking. Almost looks like a tooth. Some more agate pieces. And this really cool flat piece. It's really neat looking. And this one's one of my favorites, with the red and the white and the green. So Christmassy looking. More agate. And this cute little black one. The white streak. Alright, so that barely filled up.
So now we have these. And let's just talk for a minute why we're not putting these through stage 4.
It's got really rough spots. I mean, if you actually feel through this, it's rough, which means it's going to scratch the rocks that rub up against these spots.
I don't know how well this is actually going to show up on camera, but if any of the rocks have any kind of rough or unrefined spots on them, it can mess the other rocks up during the polishing stage. And since this is the final polishing stage, we got to keep these out of here. Most of these are going to go through stage 3 again, or maybe even stage 2.
Yeah, this one might need a stage 2 because of how deep those
this
pops
one
are.
might as well.
Yeah.
There, that you can see that on camera pretty well there on how rough that still is.
Look at that one.
Yeah, and this one right here.
You can really see the glint off it.
Yeah, that section right there. Yeah, that's way too rough for stage 4.
Way too rough.
So anyway, all of these rocks in here are guilty of that in some way, shape, or form. So
is this one?
None of these.
That one? Feel that one.
Yeah, it's got that spot right here, here on the end.
Yep. Dang it.
See that little spot right there? That could chip the other pieces. So that's going to be a deal breaker for this one.
That one, right? Is that a little spot on the edge? On that edge.
Yeah.
Dang it. Yep, okay.
So yeah, most of these are going to go back through stage 2 or stage 3, and then we'll try it again.
Yep.
But you really want to be finicky with stage 4, because stage 4 is the final stage.
So we kind of got some of them that were roughed up from last time.
Yeah, so what we got going on in here is these are the only rocks over here that have made it through all 4 stages. So that's not nearly enough for the tumbler, because we took all these out. I mean, that's like half the batch right there.
But we got
so
these.
We've got these rocks here that are from our last batch or some slightly unrefined rocks that Shan already owned. We've already inspected all these for rough edges, things of that nature. All of these should make it through stage 4 without too much trouble. So we're going to be adding these
are from our last attempt that didn't get polished.
To what we've already got over here.
This one that wasn't just a little bit not polished. A lot of these are just barely not polished, really. They're like when they're dry, they look rough. And so we thought, well, since it didn't quite make it through the last one,
yep. So
because we weren't diligent like this. We didn't do this the last time and take out the rough rocks.
Yeah, and so our stage 4 ones didn't turn out very well.
They didn't come out polished. They came out just kind of.
Yeah. So basically we're just going to take these and fill the tumbler to about 3/4 where it needs to be, and then we'll just save the rest of these for our next go around.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to pick out mostly the ones that were in our last batch first, because we already did them once ourselves, and I wanted to get the finished results. And then we'll just kind of fill up the rest of it, rather than put filler in, kind of fill it up the rest of the way with some extra rocks that didn't quite make the cut.
Looks like maybe you added too much water in there.
I did.
And we probably shouldn't add too many more rocks than that.
Well, there's a little bit
We're
of...
already at about 3/4.
Yeah, but there's a divot right there. There we go. I'd say that's about 3/4.
Yeah, I don't think we should fill that any higher.
Yeah. Yep. Good?
Yep.
Less water or that good?
I'd dump out a little bit. It's just barely supposed to cover the rocks, just like in the other stages.
Yep.
You still got quite a bit more than what you actually need there. A little bit more. Okay, that's probably pretty close.
I don't think we did enough rocks, but okay. There. Okay.
That should be pretty good.
All right, we'll put this aside. We won't need any filler
Yeah, we
because
shouldn't need any filler because we added the extra
the
rocks
water.
in there, and a lot of them
rocks.
were of different sizes, which is also important.
Yes, you don't want all big or all small. Although small would be better than all big.
All small would probably be okay. But if you've just got all big, there's going to be too much room for them to be just crashing into each other. And you kind of want to avoid that at this stage.
All right, and then we got the very powdery stage 4. And this is going to be the polishing agent that's going to give it the shine. So if it needs grounded down, this is not going to work in this stage.
Yep.
This will not grind it down. This is going to get the shine. So it wants to be smooth, but not shiny. That's what we're doing.
Now, it's probably going to grind them down a little bit just because of all the rocks that are,
yeah,
hitting each other.
Of course.
But since there aren't going to be any sharp edges and no chipping and stuff like that's going on, it's probably going to grind them down an awful lot less. And once again, you want one tablespoon, per pound. And it's a 1 pound tumbler. So we're putting 1 tablespoon in there.
Okay. Is that pretty level, or do I need a little smidgen?
I think that's good.
Okay. I thought that was pretty close to a level. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up so it's not going to get wet. Put that away. And then, just like the other stages, and making sure nothing's left on this from the last stages, because anything can be abrasive and mess up this stage. You want to make sure everything's nice and clean. And then just like before, just below the lip. And then nice and straight and push down. After the first couple of times, it's easier to get this on straight the first time, I've noticed. And then do the suction. There we go. And there we go. It is all ready for the tumbler. And we're going to go put this on for 7 days.
Yep, and I'm going to show that again on this one, just in case somebody who's watching this didn't see the last the last video, they'll know how to operate the tumbler.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the tumbler we got from National Geographic, the Hobby Edition. About 55 bucks on Amazon, for those of you that did not watch our previous videos on rock tumbling. So, you just set it on there, and put the setting to 7 days, and then you hit the start button. And that's all there is to it. And then we'll be back in 7 days to check on the update. And hopefully we got some nice pretty rocks out there. Alright, so here we are at the end of stage 4. Getting ready for the cleanup to see what our hopefully final stones look like. We have to run these through the tumbler one more time, but we will see what we got here. We won't really know what we've got until they all dry, but that looks promising. But we'll go ahead and get them rinsed off here and see what they look like. Good? Mm-hmm. All right. We'll take them in the house and give everybody a close-up. Okay, so here's basically a close-up of what we got right out of the tumbler here. Now it is important to note that all of these are still wet, so we won't really know what we got until it's dry, whether the polish has taken or not. If not, some of these might need to go back through stage 4, in which case we'll keep them for our next batch that we're going to do. But we are going to show you guys all these once they're dry as well, just so that you can see what the final results are. So, anything in particular you want to show, honey? I think these came out looking really good. Hopefully they'll still... That's still my favorite. Now it looks even cooler. And this was another one that I was eyeing from our last batch. This one came out of our last stage 4 batch looking faded. So hopefully it'll be better this time. These do feel smoother than the last batch that we did in stage 4, so hopefully that's a good sign. That one's cool looking. Mm-hmm. I think that was one of the ones that we added.
Mm-hmm. Still cool. Oh, these are looking pretty cool, but we'll see when they dry.
Yeah, they feel like they've been polished pretty well, but once again, we'll have to wait until they dry and then see what we got.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and cut this for now and wait for them to dry, and then we'll wrap up this video. Okay, so we got all of our rocks dried out and finished from step 4. And we've got some good ones, and we've got some ones that aren't so good. My favorite rock ended up not making it. As you can see, it's pretty much not polished at all.
There's some polished spots.
It's got a couple of shiny spots, but for the most part, it's going to have to go back through. It may not have been completely rounded out enough to polish up the way that it should. As you can see, it's got a couple of good spots on there, but it's also got some spots that aren't, especially in this area right here. So That one will probably have to go through step 4 again. But we've also got some really nice ones, like this one here.
That one's okay. I'm talking
one's
like
nice
this
and shiny.
one. This one really turned out good.
And then we got this one.
That one's like
That one's
prime.
like super duper shiny. I mean, that one's fantastic.
This one too ended up being gorgeous.
Yeah, this one's one of our favorites right there. I mean, you can see how nice and shiny that one is.
That one ended up being beautiful.
Yeah. Another one of my favorites over here did not make it. This one is still
Yep, and dull.
not very shiny at all. Still looks pretty dull. So that one's going to have to go back through.
This one ended up being, for the most part, shiny.
Yeah, that one looks pretty nice.
And same with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. This one would end up being dull. It tried to get shiny, but it ended up dull.
Yep.
This one's nice and shiny.
Yeah, that one came out really nice.
Yeah, it did. And then this one's like, it's like half and half. Like it got pretty shiny, but
We'll probably put that one back through again.
Yeah. That one got pretty shiny. And then there's some of them, like this one, like the edges didn't get shiny. It's weird. But then this got shiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting how that happened. I don't understand. But then this, got fully shiny. Oh, this one, I'm very happy with this one.
Yeah, that one came out great. That's probably one of the best ones.
Mm-hmm. That one's
Really
gorgeous. Awesome. This one's definitely done. Oh, this red one turned out really nice too. Mm-hmm. This one I don't think is going to get very shiny. I don't want to risk putting that through too many times.
Yeah, it might get a little bit too small if you put it through there too many more times.
But that was pretty. It got a little bit dull. Nice. Those like look, the edges are shiny and then like the middle's dull.
Yeah,
it's weird how that happened. But so
overall, it's a pretty nice set. I think we've got I don't know. What do you think? Maybe 70% of these are good.
Yeah,
something like that. And then of course the ones that aren't, you can either put them back through step 3 or step 4, depending on where you feel they are in the process. And you just keep on doing that until you're happy with them. So, yeah, that's pretty much how you polish rocks. And thank you, everyone, for watching this series. I know this isn't quite what I normally post on this channel, but Shan Chan is very passionate about rocks, and I wanted to do this for her and everybody else who is interested in this sort of thing. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope this has been helpful. Have a great day.